Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a week of Linux and security news for the 5th of November 2017. Ooh, fireworks night tonight. Yay, there'll be a lot of explosions around here. Nice. So starting with some security news, virtually everyone in Malaysia pwned in the telco government data hack spree. 46.2 million stolen records, thousands of medical records put up for sale by crooks. This is from the Register. Information on 46.2 million cell phone accounts was slurped from Malaysia's telecoms providers. To put that in context, the population of Malaysia is 31.2. Obviously, some people have more than one number. Yep. The stolen telco records include people's mobile phone numbers, SIM card details, device serial numbers, and home addresses, all of which are useful to identity thieves and scammers. Some 80,000 medical records were also accessed during hacking spree, and the government websites as well as jobstreet.com were attacked and infiltrated too. The authorities also warned that people's private data was stolen from the Malaysian Medical Council, the Malaysian Medical Association, the Academy of Medicine, the Malaysian Housing and Loan Applications Body, the Malaysian Dental Association, and the National Specialist Register of Malaysia. It is believed that systems were hacked as far back as 2014. Oh, nice. So yes, while it may not be spectacular in terms of numbers stolen, it actually is spectacular in terms of percentage of the population of an entire country. Oh dear, so that's a big mess for Malaysia to sort out. Another security article from the Register. Fine, okay, no backdoors, says Deputy Attorney General, just keep plain text copies of everyone's messages. Oh yeah, I can't see how this could possibly go wrong, like no companies have ever lost data. Oh, hang on, what was my previous article just about? Yeah. The US Deputy Attorney General has told business leaders that Uncle Sam won't demand mandatory backdoors in encryption, so long as companies can cough up an unencrypted copy of every message, call, photo, or other form of communications that they handle. Tech giants are resisting weakening their strong end-to-end file system crypto just to help cops and feds arbitrarily decipher suspects' messages and files on devices. So they're looking at an alternate approach of let people send stuff encrypted as normal but keep a plain text copy of everything from communications to files on devices. There must be retained an unencrypted form for investigators to delve into as needed. Great, yeah, so privacy is well and truly dead in the United States. Now on to some Linux news from Softpedia. Gnome project welcomes Canonical and Ubuntu to the Gnome Foundation Advisory Board. Ubuntu 17.10 release is the first in more than 7 years in the history of Ubuntu to adopt the GNOME desktop environment, and Canonical says it's been a success mostly thanks to the GNOME community. According to Jamie Bennett, the Vice President of Devices and Internet of Things Engineering at Canonical, the company behind Ubuntu, is excited to join the GNOME Foundation Advisory Board and continue their collaboration in closer partnership. This is also great news for fans of both worlds, Ubuntu and GNOME, as Ubuntu is now trying to become one of the most popular GNOME-based Linux distributions, offering users an out-of-the-box yet highly customised GNOME desktop experience. I'll wait to see what Ubuntu 18.04 looks like. I think it might change some more. News from Kubuntu 17.10, the Backports repository has been updated and the Plasma 5.11.2 desktop is now available. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking of going ahead with this, but I was thinking about buying a new hard drive first. And this is what I was looking at, the Samsung 960 Pro. It's an M2 solid state disk and the specifications sound utterly amazing. So we've got, probably looking at the Pro, so 3,500 megasecond sequential read speed and 2,100 megasecond write speed. Well, that blows any other solid state disk I have out of the water. Does anyone else have one? Are they any good? Because it is quite a bit of money to sync onto a solid state disk. Back to the news, another article from Softpedia. Nvidia 387.22 Linux graphic driver has landed, and this offers support for the GeForce GTX 1070 Ti graphics card. And it also comes with the NVReg Enable Backlight Handler. And was there another feature I think I noticed? Yes, support for the YUV 420 compression on monitors connected via DisplayPort. It's an article from Matt Siebus blog, the Plasma Mobile Roadmap. So there's been quite a bit of news lately about Plasma Mobile with the Librem privacy-enabled smartphone. So where are they up to? We've got a prototype already finished, and they're looking at feature phone, basic smartphone, and featured smartphones. So they kind of define what each stage is really. So let's look at that. So feature phone milestone is what we're working on right now. This involves taking a prototype and fixing all the basic things to turn it into something usable. Usable does not mean usable for everyone, but it should be at least workable for a subset of people that rely on basic functions, simple things, such as making calls, using the address book, managing hardware functions such as network connectivity, volume, screen time, language, etc. Yeah, that would be a basic phone. We want to provide decent integration with a web browser or provide our own. App Store integration, likely using the KDE Store, so we can get apps on and off the device, taking photos and recording videos, and watching media files. Finally, we want to settle for a software development kit which allows third-party developers to build apps to run on Plasma mobile devices. Getting all this to work is no small feat, but it allows us to receive real-world feedback and provide a stable base for third-party products. It makes Plasma Mobile a viable target for future product development. Then they're looking at the basic smartphone, which is more about sending emails, calendar reminders, and file management capabilities. Then the featured smartphone milestone. An often requested feature is support for Android apps. Supporting Android apps could give Plasma Mobile a huge boost in terms of possible target groups, since it allows users to switch away from Android more easily, even when they're requiring a few apps that they really can't live without. Being able to run Android apps on Plasma Mobile can ease the transition considerably, and it allows us to capture potential target groups that rely on proprietary services, which Plasma Mobile at first cannot serve simply because of its smaller player. It's not an attractive platform to have the likes of WhatsApp develop native clients for it. Fair point, so yeah, that would be an interesting smartphone. The ability to use Linux, the ability to have a private phone, and the option of having Android applications. So there's no actual dates on this article, they're just talking about the milestones that they are thinking about. From the Zorin blog, there's been over 1 million downloads of Zorin OS 12. And we're pleased to see that over 60% of these downloads were coming from Windows and Mac OS, reflecting our mission to bring the power of Linux to people who have never had access to it before. Good on them. A small bit of gaming news from OMG Ubuntu, and it's about one of my favourite free open source games, SuperTuxKart. So you can now play SuperTuxKart on Android. I've not tried this out yet, but it was interesting seeing the news about it. So I believe it's actually available in the Play Store already, and you can sideload it as well from an Android package file. So SuperTuxKart is free to download on Android 4.4 and upwards. It's a 99 meg download. And for this week's stupid news, a man shoots himself in the penis while robbing a hot dog stand. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. I'm wincing in pain just thinking about this one, but yeah. Terrian Pouncey was arrested at Oaklawn Hospital not long after he was found slumped in the streets from a home across the street from a West Pullman restaurant that Chicago police say he robs at gunpoint about 6 AM on Halloween. Pouncey was unable to run any further because of the pain from a self-inflicted gunshot wound suffered when he tried to adjust the .38 caliber pistol in his waistband as he ran off after robbing the Maxwell Street Express at 116th and Halstead. Pouncey had pulled out the gun and demanded cash from 2 employees, pressing the gun to the head of a 39-year-old worker. The victim, who had been passing a bucket filled with grease over the counter, called for his co-worker to hand over the cash from the register. As they passed their wallets and a stack of singles to Pouncey, the bucket tipped and the bills went flying. Still pointing the gun at the workers, Pouncey stooped over to collect the cash. Then, shifting the gun in his waistband as he ran out, he apparently pulled the trigger, firing a bullet that struck him in the penis. Ooh, good effort. That was Week of Linux and Security News. Thanks for watching, I'll see you all later.